Spurred by reopening, more migrants head for US-Mexico border.
Baguio teacher in viral TikTok video says sorry after his video got noticed by DepEd.
Baguio City, choose go local, buy local.
Shuttlers set modest SEA Games 2022 goal.
Good morning, Philippines. I am Emerson Ilarde.
I am Abiel Reyes.
In US-Mexico, starting today, the nearly 3,200-kilometer border will be open again to non-essential travel after a 20-month closure ahead of curbing the spread of COVID-19.
Both countries have succeeded in lowering new infections and vaccinating border communities. Here is Michelle de Guzman reporting.
Spurred by reopening, more migrants head for US-Mexico border. Today, November 8, 2021, marks the end of month's restricted non-essential travel ban to the border of US-Mexico. According to Channel News Asia, with the news been scattered around US and Mexico, it encourages numbers of migrants from Mexico to cross the border aiming US asylum. Hundreds of migrants coming from Honduras, Michoacan, and Guerrero are more determined in crossing the border to US when the reopening was announced with their desire to live in a safer place. There's a lot of violence here, says Andrea Morales, a Guatemalan migrant. However, only people who have papers and visa are allowed to cross. These migrants' crisis has been present since the month of September. Local authorities are alarmed and are already planning a solution to the problem that these numbers of migrants bring. Michelle de Guzman, News Daily.
The male teacher who went viral for his TikTok video asked for forgiveness for what he had caused. It was after DepEd took an action regarding his viral video. It was looked into by Timothy John Santos.
The male teacher who went viral for uploading a video on TikTok has already issued an apology for his action, which was deemed inappropriate by the Department of Education, or DepEd. The teacher issued an apology and said that it was just for fun. Teachers Dignity Coalition, or TDC, National Chairperson Benjo Basas said in a teleradio interview. Education Secretary Leonor Briones even instructed the Regional Director of DepEd Central Luzon to immediately investigate the said incident. The TDC welcomed the move of DepEd. Basas noted that the action of the said teacher should not be tolerated, especially since it indirectly involved a student. For TDC, it was a necessary move for DepEd to call out the teacher for his action. Basas also pointed out the importance of investigating the matter to find out more about the incident. In a separate Facebook post on November 5, Basas emphasized the need to protect the children against possible child abuse actions. Basas reminds that teachers should also be repeatedly reminded of how to behave and act accordingly, especially on social media. Timothy Santos, News Daily.
News in Baguio City. Baguio City has a big support to Buy Local, Go Local program, and with that, they provide funds for the implementation of the program. And this is what Denise Josena report.
Baguio City Council has approved on first reading a proposed ordinance providing funds for the implementation of the Buy Local, Go Local program of the Department of Trade of Industry, or DTI. The program aims to stimulate demand for locally manufactured goods and locally grown fresh products to save local jobs and support the economy, which is still reeling from a pandemic-induced crisis, and even promote a patronizing Filipino-owned products. According to the DTI, the campaign has been established to support Philippine MSMEs by shifting the buying patterns of consumers towards the country's fresh produced and manufactured goods. Following its approval on first reading, the proposed ordinance has been referred to the Sangguniang's Committee on Employment, Livelihood, and Cooperatives and Person with Disabilities to be reviewed. Denise Josena, News Daily.
For today's weather news, partly cloud skies with isolated light rains will be experienced here in Metro Manila and the rest of Luzon. In Batanes and Babuyan Islands, cloudy skies with rains will experience both caused by the northeast monsoon. Meanwhile, when it comes to Palawan, Visayas, and Mindanao, cloudy skies with scattered rain showers and thunderstorms caused by the shear line. We are asking for everyone to be extra careful because of the possible flash floods and landslides due to moderate and heavy rainfall in said regions. On the other hand, we do not expect any tropical cyclone to develop for the following next 2 to 3 days or over the weekend. Now let's go to I Know Do You Know. For today's trivia, did you know that the period between November 10 to 16 was declared as Yearly Deaf Awareness Week under the Presidential Proclamation number 829? This event serves to allow people with disabilities to enjoy productive lives and to raise awareness to the society, such as defying communication barriers for the empowerment of deaf people. That's all for today. I am Sadie Vores, Weather News, serving you the latest weather update.
Up next, Philippine national badminton is ready to bring home a medal when the Southeast Asian Games resumes in May 2022. A new movie, The Multiverse, has been unleashed in Spider-Man No Way Home to be excited for in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And all that news when we return.
Tonkotsu. New Nissin Pork Tonkotsu. Knockout sa sarap! In Nissin Ramen, garlic pork. And Nissin Cup Noodles, spicy pork. New Nissin Pork Tonkotsu. Tonkotsu to!
Cute siguro ng pink lipstick.
Nasa Lazada yan!
I want to buy shoes.
Nasa Lazada yan!
Mangoes.
Nasa Lazada yan! Power banks, bags, nasa Lazada yan! Free shipping, flash sales, nasa Lazada yan!
Ecor.
Nasa Lazada yan! Hey!
A Philippine national badminton team that is nearing peak form will be ready to face the tall odds of bringing the title when the postponed 31st edition of the Southeast Asian Games rolls along in May next year. Lloyd De Los Reyes reporting.
Having a gold medal in the SEA Games is similar to winning the World Championships. That's how national coach Paul Vivas described the tough competition in the field of badminton. He shared that the utmost goal of the Team Philippines is to reach the medal platform in the SEA Games, which the event will be held on May 12 to 23, 2022. The said team are led by the finest players Philip Chopper Escreta, Peter Gabriel Magnaye, Sara Joy Barredo, and Irami Nicole Albo. The team is headed by a world-class Malaysian coach, Rosman Razak, who has been conducting trainings and competition plans, including the participation in the European tournaments early next year. The Team Philippines missed out the medal podium during the 2019 Manila edition of SEA Games. That's all for sports updates. I'm Lloyd Christopher De Los Reyes, News Daily.
Finally, the Marvel Studios and Sony Pictures Entertainment have released the first official poster of Spider-Man No Way Home. On the other hand, netizens have poked fun at Lechon and Sarsa post of exes James Reid and Nadine Lustre. James' post on Instagram did not escape the eyes of his fans, who reconnected it with the previous photo that showed Nadine buying a bottle of Lechon Sarsa in Siargao, Tacloban. in which Nadine said the sarsa was her sauce for the lechon manok dinner. The photos of James and Nadine were shared side by side in the social media platforms. On the other hand, Marvel Cinematic Universe fans, I have good news for you. The story of the new edition of Spider-Man is about a friendly neighborhood hero now unmasked and no longer able to separate his normal life from the high stakes of being a superhero. When he asks for help from Doctor Strange, the stakes become even more dangerous, forcing him to discover what it truly means to be Spider-Man. The primary film stars Zendaya and Tom Holland will about to reprise their roles together with Benedict Cumberbatch joining as Doctor Strange. The Spider-Man No Way Home is directed by John Watts, coming exclusively to Philippine cinemas on January 8, 2022. That's all for the hot, latest, and trending showbiz topics. I'm Chaska Cabarubias of News Daily. Back to you, Miss Aviel and Mr. Emerson.
And that's daily news for this Monday.
Thank you for watching, everyone. I am Emerson Ilarde,
And I'm Abiel Reyes, keeping you alert and updated.
delivering news that is nothing but the truth. This is News Daily.